What's going on, everybody? We are back with some more Marvel Snap, and today I wanted to highlight a Destroyer deck that I found from... I can't remember. I found it online. I did not make this deck. But Destroyer was in the last Nexus event. You could also just get it from Pool 3. I got it from Pool 3 before the Nexus event started. They recently buffed him, I think, by 2 additional power, up to 16. Has the ability to destroy all of your other cards. So this deck kind of has a mixture of cards that like to be destroyed, like Nova and Bucky, with cards that can't be destroyed, like Armor and Colossus. Professor X prevents that location from being destroyed. And then also you can use things like Cosmo to have Destroyer's ability not go off. So the main kind of purpose of the deck is really use Iron Man, Professor X, maybe like Bucky, things like that, to steal one lane, and then Destroyer by himself is kind of almost enough to take another lane by himself. I haven't played this deck a ton. I've played like a couple practice games with it. I don't think I'm going to play this deck particularly well, but I just wanted to put an option out there just in case some of you pulled Destroyer recently and we're looking for some inspiration on how to use him. So let's hop on to a game. Let's switch to game view. And let's get things rolling. And we found a match. And we have kind of a chunky hand. Now, Nova and Bucky together works quite well. So I'm just going to actually play on the left lane. I don't know what the other two are. I think we're okay. Subterranea is going to make this deck a lot worse. I think Bucky goes there almost every time. Our opponent's going to have no play. This is kind of scary. I feel like if we don't steal a lane with Professor X on 5, our odds of winning are incredibly low. On one hand, I want to play Mordo because I might make them draw a rock that costs 2. But on the other hand, I also don't... I mean, I guess we'll just play it. I don't know. I don't like the play. They have Anakia, which, if they have rocks in hand, is going to be great for them. Oh, this is unfortunate. I have to just pass. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to Professor X something super easily. I actually think that they're going to play cards on Atlantis this turn. So I think as weird as the play is, we play Professor X on the hub. I don't love it, but I think it's what we got. Okay. That tie is a little bit annoying because of this. And the question becomes, do we play Destroyer here? Because we might not get more than 16 to beat that. They have 4 cards left in hand. I don't think our odds of winning this are very high, to be honest. If I play Destroyer here, we'll have 16 points. That means if they play literally anything here, we lose. However, if I play Destroyer on the right, even at 21 points, I assume they're going to discard at least a card or 2, which would mean they would get the tiebreaker win on this side. Although I feel like there's like a 100% chance they play a card right here. I'm pretty sure it's a loss, and you should forfeit here, but I'm going to play to the kind of opponent choking strategy. And actually, I was extra wrong. I was expecting a discard. So if we would have played this here, we would have had 21 here, which actually would have won the game. No. We would have had 12-point advantage. I think we still would have lost that. Yeah, no. I was correct. So yeah, I don't think that one was one that we were going to win very often. The rocks really interrupt the game plan. This Destroyer deck is very similar to Deathwave, where, like, you need to draw kind of specific cards at specific times, or else the deck's power level drops quite a bit. Colossus getting hit with Wakandan Embassy is very nice. Play Colossus over there on the right. I kind of want to wave into Professor X next turn. I don't know how I'm feeling about that. I think it's pretty decent. I just like that this guy can't get destroyed. That's pretty solid. Okay. So now the next question becomes, do we wave and try and Professor X? And if we wave, where do we wave? I'm gonna play it right there. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. Now, next question becomes, do we Professor X? I assume they're going to drop something big on Space Throne. So I want to Professor X the left side and just try and lock that up. Now, if we can just draw a Destroyer, that would be incredible. I guess technically the best play is to Nakia because it makes the Iron Man better next turn. And I think basically no matter what, if we don't draw Destroyer, I don't think we can win. I'm trying to think over some options here. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. Okay, no Destroyer. I feel like they have a, they have at least 14 here with Mysterio. So they have 14 plus probably Chavez coming down, which would give them 23. This would give us 16. So this is another one that I think is a guaranteed loss, but we're going to play it out because I don't care about cubes. If we would have drew Destroyer there, it was an instant win. Yeah, I don't see any better play. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Chavez is going to come down for 23. Yeah.
I am Iron Man.
That one we just needed Destroyer. If we drew Destroyer, it was game.
Defeat.
Let's get one more game in. I feel like both times was kind of unfortunate. More so the second game. The first game, I think we didn't have good odds to win the entire time. The second game, I think we had very strong odds to win. We just didn't just draw a destroyer. Alright, so with Wakanda in mind, we can put some cards here without being feared of destroyer killing them. So we'll play out Nova into another direction. That basically makes Nakia a dead card. You can't really play her on 4. We do have Destroyer now, so that's very good. Let's put Colossus there. That's annoying. Now, technically, I feel like going Wave into Destroyer and just getting him out is better. I think I might do that. Especially with the random decks. I'm getting a bunch of discard synergy. I just don't really have anything that I want to discard. I still think this is the play. Devil Dinosaur is a bit unfortunate. Dude, this hand is so bad. So unbelievably bad of a hand. Okay, let's just do that for now. Every time I try and showcase a deck, we get something like Weird World or District X. Alright, so we know he has a 6-power demon coming down. Is there a chance that Moon Girl comes down? That's the only time where I think Ronin becomes a good play. I mean, we can play Korg and Thing for guaranteed power. That would give us 10 power. That would give us 15 in this lane. They have at least 6 coming. Then the real question becomes here. So they play 1 card, Devil Dinosaur drops. My fear is something like playing the Demon, bring him down to 3 cards, and playing Moon Girl, which would bring him back up to 4 cards. I don't know. This is the best we got. Okay. Got a win there. Not pretty, but it worked out. Definitely not pretty. We'll get one more game with the deck, because I feel like none of these have been super smooth, but obviously that's part of recording as well. Can't always guarantee how things are going to go. Let's get another one. Got a couple other decks in the pipeline. If you guys have any suggestions for decks you guys want to see, definitely let me know. I don't have all the pool 3 cards, so I can't play things like Hella decks, which is decks I've been trying and dying to play. District X again. Fantastic. I don't even think we play Bucky because we can't guarantee that we will get a trigger on him. Okay, now we can guarantee a trigger on him. Although there's a chance that we lose Carnage next turn. I think either way we want to play Nakia. I know we're going to shuffle our hand into our deck, but like the only other option was playing out Bucky and hoping something good happens. At least here we can potentially draw Bucky and Carnage again. We have another Bucky in our deck. Okay. I kind of don't want to play anything. Venom gives us 1 additional power. I don't think we do anything with this. So now we have a great opportunity to Professor X one of these 2 areas. It's just a matter of, do we guess left or do we guess middle? I feel like we're like up to a 50-50 here, and even then we don't get a guaranteed win. Let's go middle. Okay, good. Alrighty. Now, we can't Iron Man plus anything. And my fear is that just playing Apocalypse is not going to be enough to win. If I play Hazmat, this goes down to 7. And then we'd get 6 from Hazmat Mysterio, which is not enough to win. It's a matter of, do I want to go Hazmat Mysterio on the right side and hope to just reduce a couple things and have 6 power be enough? Or just play Apocalypse? But I think that the prospect of 6 power plus a reduction is stronger than just 8 raw power. And I reveal second. I don't like the odds here, but I think that's the better opportunity. Typhoid Mary. So if we played that over here, actually we would have won that. But also, we're in District X, so it's hard to really play around anything in particular. Again, those are ones where you should probably retreat, but we are recording, so we will retreat nothing. Let's get one final one and hopefully have it not be a District X game. We have some Raptors. That is a thing. Yondu will destroy our Professor X. Probably fair. I don't think it's going to be a great Professor X game regardless. Do we go for Bucky or Armor or Colossus? I think the mid-level between Bucky and Armor is just playing Colossus. We could just play Cosmo on the left and prepare for that to be a destroyer lane later. My only fear is then being able to win the middle. But I do think that this is the less likely area for him to pursue. And I think we have to go Iron Man here into Destroyer on turn 6. And it won't be the strongest play ever, but it might just be good enough. Is Iron Man still the strongest play? The answer is probably yes. The alternative is to flood Mojo World, which I can't even really flood, to be honest. I can get 2 things in there. I think Iron Man is the best play. If we get 2 things on Mojo World, I feel like we easily just get overtaken there. Unless we try and buff this left side, but then we're telegraphing that if we play like Nova over here with Wave or something else. I think Iron Man's the play in the middle. Oh, they also have an Iron Man. Okay.
Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
So now here's my fear. Is they can easily win this middle. Probably by a good margin. And if we just play Destroyer here, we only have a 13-point margin here, which I assume they can easily pass. Like even something like Death here gives them 24 additional, 46, so it would give them a 20-point margin. So then my alternatives become doing something like playing Armor to tie on the left, and then playing like Nova Scorpion on the right. But that doesn't cap anything either, because that's only 2 cards there, and their death is going to be discounted by at least 4. I think that's the best play, but I also think we are almost guaranteed to lose that. So our alternative best play becomes something like this. And I think we still lose this, but it gives us a small out. Yeah, I knew the death was coming. It was this that we couldn't really counteract that much. I feel like we played a good amount of decks that also like destruction, so we're kind of going up against ourselves there as well. Yeah, I think some of that was probably me not being super comfortable playing decks like that, but also decks like this are, they're very specialized, so if things don't go kind of super well, I feel like their average power level isn't as high, but it's still a consistent deck that you can set up. I think it's just kind of one of those, like, it's not quite a combo deck, but it has a combo you're aiming for, and if you don't draw it, it's in your best interest to just retreat and try and set up for when you can draw it. I also think as it's spread on the ladder a little bit more, people are a lot more ready for it, so you can't really catch people off guard as much. But it's still a fun deck to play if you do pull Destroyer. It's fun to mess around with him. But yeah, that's going to be it for now, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.